It's me, dudieboy! Welcome to an all-new season of dudieboy Plays Minecraft in Minecraft 1.19, the Wild Update. I've started an all-new single-player world and I'm playing survival on hard mode with no cheats. However, I will need to open this world to LAN and spectate with my camera account to record build time lapses, at least until the replay mod update is released. Man, I spawned in a tree, how awesome. And there's cows nearby, and lots of flowers, and a ravine, I guess. Wow, this is a beautiful area. Look at that mountain. And another mountain. That's fantastic. All right, so first things first, we've got to take care of some things. We've got to get some tools, we've got to get some wool so that we can sleep for the night and control time, and we've got to get some food. I'm just gonna make myself a pickaxe for now because I have a feeling that I'm gonna be able to get stone pretty quickly. But first, let's take a look around. Moo! A sheep! Okay, I didn't make a sword, but yeah, here's a bunch of stone, and check it out, my first iron. So I'll tell you what, first thing I'm gonna do is mine some of this stone, make myself a better pickaxe, and go get that iron up there. First iron! Second iron, yay! Wow, this is an ocean over here, so I've already got access to kelp, which is a great source of food and energy. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and take this coal because I'm gonna need torches to light up the area at night. All right, granted, now that I have 2 pieces of iron, I'm going to put together enough stone to make myself a furnace, but it looks like I'm gonna have to make another crafting table or go back and use the one I already made. And we're gonna refine our iron ore and our raw iron in here. And then honestly, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a pair of shears. You probably think, well, you should make yourself a sword or a shovel or something else. But the fact is we need wool, and there's a sheep right up there behind me. Also, I'm going to make those shears. All right, so let's go get that sheep and let's shear him. All right, no need to murder the sheep. How about that? All right, come on, eat some grass. Make some more wool. Come on, eat something. What's your problem? The sheep is not eating grass, guys. He might be an idiot. All right, well, since I have time to kill, I'm going to get more coal. Dude, what are you doing over here? There's no grass here. We're going to go see if we can find more sheep on the island. And again, you know what? Since the land connects over there, I'm not convinced that this is an island. Let's see what it is. More iron. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Wow, look at all these cows. Amazing. Oh, look, over there. Those are sheep. So I'm going to go over there and see if I can make a bed really quickly. Dude, the sun is already going down. Am I going to make it? Come, sheeps, come to me quickly. No, you're going the wrong way. All right, let's trim this guy. What? What? Oh my goodness, I think, yes. Oh, okay, no, we've got all this wool from all these different colored sheep. They're only giving us like 1 or 2 wool at a time. Oh, look, there he goes. And that's it. We have enough. We have enough. Okay, so quickly, let's make a bed. A gray bed. How stylish. And just as it's getting too dark to stay alive out here, we can control time. Well, that's fantastic. Now that we have the ability to control time, we can take some time and really get a good look at the area and start making some plans for what we're going to do in our 1.19 world. Wow, it looks like there's a whole bunch of ancient ruins out there in the ocean underneath the surface of the water. I'm not going anywhere near them, of course, right now because I have no armor, so I just wanted to point it out. Quite a few of the trees on this hillside are awful. Minecraft literally has no artistic sense of placement for trees. They will literally put them on the edge of grass blocks just like this. Oh look, there's a bee. Oh, and there's a beehive. All right, let's put this right under there, and now we should be able to get ourselves some honeycomb. Nice. But this is still a terrible tree, so I'm chopping it down. As a matter of fact, I disapprove of the tree placement on this entire peninsula. And that's what this is, a peninsula. So I'm now going to chop down all the trees in this area. And don't worry, I'm going to collect the saplings and replant them later. Well, most of them. And it's done. Oh, I'm sorry. I almost forgot about you. I was having so much fun in 1.19 that I just went ahead and chopped down all of the trees on our peninsula. And I also started some farming, just an ordinary wheat field really. And also I gathered up some cows and sheep and chickens on the island in order to make myself chicken and feathers and beef and leather and wool. So things are going pretty well. I've also made several trips into this mountain range over here to collect iron, and I actually have quite a good stack of iron. But I will say I did use quite a bit of iron on iron axes in order to chop down all of these trees. With the exception of these mega oak trees, of course. I mean, these things are just ridiculous and I just got tired of it, so I gave up. And here is everything that I've managed to farm up. Got some copper ingots that I mined out of the surrounding area, plenty of copper blocks, a whole bunch of birch, of course, and look at all of this oak. I am all set on oak. And now that I can see the better surrounding area, I really do think that this would potentially be good for, I don't know, like a starter castle up here on this hill. And the problem is, though, that we have this, like, I don't know, sort of ravine. When you have something like this, you have two options: either cover it up or incorporate it into the lore of your area. So I've decided on the later option, and right down here in this little flat spot, I want to create a mine entrance. And I think I want a tunnel that kind of goes around a corner and actually comes out here as well. So we'll have two different cave entrances to what look like mines, but it'll only go back a little bit into the stone there. And then I want to have a drop shaft and a climb shaft. So at first that climb shaft will have ladders in it, but once we get over the nether and get some soul sand, we can turn it into a bubble column that shoots you right back up to the surface. And I also want to put my first nether portal in there. The problem with this ravine, though, is that, I don't know, it's very green on the bottom here, and there's a lot of dirt down here, and the dirt could be handy. And that's because in 1.19 we have mud now, and you can find mud in mangrove areas, which I don't think there's a mangrove swamp anywhere near here, but you can also make mud simply by pouring water bottles out onto dirt. And there we go. We've converted that one into mud and that one. And then let's see, can you dig these out? Yes, and you get mud. And as you can see in my recipe, we unlocked the recipe for packed mud, which is another type of mud block. So as I'm digging all that dirt out of the bottom of the ravine, I can convert quite a bit of it into mud blocks, and then I've done a significant amount of farming so that I can basically turn all those into packed mud and into mud bricks. And I think those will make a nice base for a bunch of starter houses. So in previous seasons, what I did in Dudieboy Plays Minecraft is I would spend an entire episode designing and building one build. And I think that that is a bit of a dated approach. What I'd like to do this season is to build an entire area at a time. And I'm also going to use the new mud bricks as bases for a small little mining town that I'm going to build right around this ravine with cranes to lower ores up and down and stacks of ores at the bottom, and of course a mine entrance down there like I talked about. Oh, look at that. That appears to be spruce. Okay, it's right on the snow. Hopefully this is not that stupid powdered snow that you sink in. All right, good, because I don't have any leather boots, but yes, I'm going to chop down this spruce tree and get its saplings and head back to my base. I think I'm going to chop down this one too, just to be safe. I love spruce wood. It's probably one of my favorite, one of the most versatile woods in Minecraft for sure. Okay, if I can get like 8 spruce saplings out of this deal, that'd be great, because then I can head back to my base and I can grow some super spruce trees. All right, I don't know really like what would be the best place to grow a mega spruce tree, but I'm going to try right here. And of course, when I do, podzol is going to spread out around on the ground. I don't have any silk touch items yet, but so I won't be able to pick up this podzol, but I don't know, this could be a good place. All right, so now we have a good supply of spruce. Now for an update on my build progress down in my mining area. So I feel like it's going quite well. I went ahead and I took back these walls. You can see where I left the dirt there. I actually just kind of beveled it off a little bit so that it looked a little bit more natural. I've also been, this entire area of stone is actually here, and I wanted to sort of take it easy on my pickaxes, not have to craft too many. I decided to pepper in some cobblestone here and there just to make it look like it was obviously, you know, a chiseled or maybe just a chiseled out or just a pile of blocks. And I've done the same thing on the ground here. I actually took out all of these grass blocks and then put them back here as dirt just to make sure that they were plain dirt. And over here I kind of gave this sort of a path look that goes all the way down into a series of caves that I am currently too chicken to explore. And I tried using a couple of mud blocks in this area just to sort of break it up. I am a little ambivalent about the results here, but I have started on my mine entrance. So the mine entrance will be there. Again, there will be a tunnel, small tunnel here. It will kind of go back in that direction a few blocks, and then we will come out to another mine tunnel here. One of the mine tunnels is going to be rather ornate, and I think it will be this one. And so I think I want to make some of the new mud brick blocks in order to decorate the top of that roof. So I've got some mud and some wheat here, and you can combine mud and wheat to make packed mud. Let's look at these. Let's take a look at these. Oh, that's quite cool. Yeah, that's quite cool. In fact, it would be pretty cool to kind of pepper a couple of those into the ground here, wouldn't it? Yeah, that'd be kind of a neat look. All right, so we could texture that up a bit. Maybe I get rid of these mud blocks and replace them with these packed mud blocks. Yeah, I mean, I like that better already. That's pretty cool. All right, so I think I'll pull all these mud blocks back up out of here and convert them into packed mud blocks. All right, so there it is. I've got 6 of these packed mud. Only takes 4 of them in order to make the mud bricks. And then I actually went ahead and made myself a stone cutter. So let's throw these on here and let's give ourselves, let's do about half of them as slabs, and then let's do a couple of stairs. And we'll start working on the top of that there right after I have a nap. All right, guys, and what do you think? All right, so I did put a trough of water out here just so I could grab water bottles and go ahead and make all of the mud I need to pretty quickly. I think at some point an automated redstone machine for making mud is definitely in order, but I like having this trough out here. It's very miney. I'll also want to put like some big piles of ores, just like you see the coal over here. I want to have like a whole bunch of iron ore and a whole bunch of maybe, I don't know, lapis lazuli over here, cornered, piled up in against the wall over here. Definitely want to spruce up this this area a bit. So here's my mine entrance. So let's go in. Yeah, so as you go back here, this will be your drop down to the bottom of the world. I want to dig down to like Y-54 next and go diamond mining down there. And then over here, we're going to have our climb back up. There'll be ladders in here to start with. And then once I get over to the nether, I will want to put some soul sand in there, create a bubble column. And then over here on this wall, what I want to build is a storage system. And the storage system will be filled with items from another bubble column. So down there at Y-54, I will put a chest. And as I'm mining, I can just stop by that chest and drop everything into it. And it will all get pushed up here and dropped into this storage system that'll be in this area. So then I think I need to texture the wall here a little bit. And right here, in between this break, in between the columns, we're going to have my first nether portal. And then I just kind of threw some storage over here, and I definitely needed to because I had I had kind of a chest monster going on in the middle there. So I just sort of threw everything over here to get it out of the way. And then I actually spent quite a bit of time working quite hard on this. This is a staircase all the way up to the top, but I like it. So I'm going to give it another test run and try to go all the way up to the top on these stairs. And yeah, I'm not having any problem. And there we are. Yeah, very nice. Very kind of a mine looking sort of scaffold, sort of temporary kind of staircase built up here, even though it's permanent, All right, so then I think right here in this area, I want to build a crane that extends out over the edge here. And then over here, I want to build like a small house. And then I think somewhere down here, maybe another storage unit. Yeah, I think that's be a good idea. Like a little house for storage. And then I think another house on that side over there. I'm sorry that I'm not doing little time lapses between episodes, but I seem to have lost access to my camera account. I used to be able to like log into this account in Minecraft and then open this world to LAN and then log in with another camera account, if you will, and play the game with 2 people one time. But I don't know, that appears to have been nerfed, and maybe Microsoft did that to us on purpose by making us all sign up for their accounts. So I'll start the time lapses again once we have replay mod up and going in the mods. And of course, I'll add shaders and all kind of beautiful things. Folks, I'm back and it's day 78 already here in my single player world, if you can believe it. I have done quite a bit of grinding in between the sessions, and now we have quite a bit to show you. So I extended the path from the top of my stairs over to this little work area, and I used packed mud along with coarse dirt and path blocks in here, and that is looking fantastic. And then I built a crane, and this is not entirely my design. It is sort of. It's a derivation of a design by Broken Pixel SK. Let me say that again, Broken Pixel SK. He and I are Twitter followers on Twitter Buddies, and you can follow me too at dudieboymc. So yeah, I went out into the mountains once again, especially over in that area, and found a whole bunch more iron, and I have used it all, except for these 3 nugs right there. So yeah, I am well out of iron, and my tools are about to be done for. But I think it's worth it. I used it to make these lanterns and these chains, and right now we've got it pulling up like a pallet full of cobblestone, and then over there I decided to add a little bridge. So my idea here is that this would have a train track across the top of it, and that you could send, you could either cross it, or you could send chests full of, ores or coal or iron across the top of the ravine to the other side very quickly, because we are going to have buildings both on this side and on that side. And I don't have any rails yet, but once I get those, I will definitely lay those on top of there. So as you can see, my inventory here has been quite full, and I've been doing quite a bit of grinding to get all of this packed mud, plus this other packed mud and mud bricks that we had earlier. And I am going to start taking these flowers out, maybe some of this ground too, this dirt up here on the upper level, and I'm going to start plotting out where my little mine town buildings are going to go. These make a very weird sound when you put them down on the ground, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Okay, this is crazy. This is just entirely too close to this crane, so I think I'm going to move my site up onto this little hill over here. They make weird sounds when you pick them up too. I think I'm going to place the northeastern corner of my building here, and then we're going to create a 7x9 platform on which to build a tiny little miner's house. Now I'm going to take out some of the mud bricks I place and tile in some packed mud to break up the brick pattern. So far, this house is looking completely in character. I mean, have you ever seen anything so muddy looking? I've got a mixture of oak log beams framing the little house, and then I've actually used stripped spruce and spruce planks for the walls, and then we have a mud brick and padded mud base, along with some stairs here to get up into your little hovel. And I'm actually going to build them a little fireplace off the back corner here, so I could probably take, let's see, like at least these 3 out, and then we'll build like a little kitchenette over here with little places for them to cook. I'm gonna need some coal. At some point, I've really got to turn off rain. I mean, I'm not using cheats, and I should have thought of this before I started my game. Anyway, the coal is for making campfires, which I'm going to use along with spruce fences as window awnings. I make the walls by filling them with spruce logs, then strip them, chop out a few, and convert the stripped logs into planks that I use to fill the holes. So let's start working with this fireplace and back wall at the same time. I'm going to put 3 furnaces in the ground below the fireplace here because it looks nicer and conserves space. So I surrounded the chimney with 3 cobblestone stairs, but I don't think this is going to work. Nope, the stairs I'm trying to use as mantelpieces aren't placing correctly because of the stairs in the back. So let's take these out, place 3 stairs in a row and 2 full blocks to either side, and the mantle inside should be fixed. Yepers! Now I'm going to stylize this wall here by stripping the spruce and replacing some with planks. The house is small enough that we can start the roof while standing on the ground by placing stairs along this beam. Some oak leaves placed like bushes outside should make it look a little homely. Let's replace some of these cobblestone with gravel to break up the monotony of the pattern here. Now we can finish the roof by using mud brick slabs to frame a small curved roof. Then I want to add to the sense of this being a rustic miner's house by mixing granite with copper blocks and slabs. Now we can raise the chimney above the roof and top it with another campfire to get that smoke going. I'm gonna wax a few of these copper blocks to keep them shiny, but I want the majority to corrode a little. I have to say that as bad as it looks, I'm really happy with it. It actually doesn't look too bad for what it's supposed to be. It is supposed to be a small mining house, and I think it's a good start to my little area here. And now I have built an identical house on the far side of the ravine over there. I had to extend the grass a little bit right there. So, I mean, that is a precariously perched house, but nonetheless, it's pretty cool. And so now we've got these two houses going. For this final build, I'm not going to change the block palette, so it should be pretty easy to throw this together on the fly. First, let's get the dimensions right by extending the mud brick base around this building outline. Then we just need to fill some dirt under the back corner. Now let's set just some oak logs here to plot out the building. Looks like I didn't quite get the base right, so we need to extend the right side. Good thing I caught that early, or it would have messed up the entire build. I'm adding the chests in next because in tight spaces, double chests can sometimes be hard to place. I think 4 rows of 5 columns is enough. That's 20 double chests on each side. Now I'm framing the rest of it, and I want a little alcove in the back so I can eventually stack a bunch of furnaces and workstations here to add a handy crafting area. Again, I'm filling the walls with a mix of strip spruce logs and planks, but without windows, so I'm adding in stairs to create a little detail niche in the wall. Alright, so I've got the walls and the front door in, and it's looking a little flat. So I'm going to chop down the entrance and protrude the front, same as I've done at the back. I want to break up the floor texture monotony, so I'm filling some areas with packed mud. This makes for an interesting roofing challenge, so I think we're going to take the mud brick stairs around the side to the front and out to the side of the front and back protrusions. Then I'll copy the arch section to the front and back and fill in the roof with granite and copper like before. With just slabs on the roof over the chest, it looks like we can add another row on top, so why not? This is the difficulty in placing chests in a tight space I mentioned earlier. But it's doable, and it's done. So now that I've built this entire mining site around the ravine, I'm finally ready to go mining! Yay! I'll do the digging down to Y-54 between episodes, get some diamonds and power up my gear. I want to leave a lot of the usual grindy stuff out of this series so that we can focus on adventures and builds. Thank you for watching my first 100 days in this world, and let me know down in the comments how you like this concept of building an entire area versus a single build. Next time I think I'll be building a little farm over there in that area using more of the 1.19 blocks, and I'll also try to keep the episode a little shorter. 1.19 is finally here, hooray! And I'm so happy with the new Duty Boy seed. I've been wanting to create another single player world all my own, and this is perfect. And I didn't die once making this episode. How hardcore is that?